Mona Lisa, you are in minimum, an angel from above. Oh, you're so beautiful, Mona Lisa, my love perpetual. You gonna get it all, my Mona Lisa. Promise to cherish your love like no other. Promise to cherish your love like no other. Oh yeah. Mona Lisa. Oh, Mona Lisa, you are in minimum, an angel from above. You so beautiful, Mona Lisa, my love perpetual. You gonna get it all, my Mona Lisa. Promise to cherish your love. Promise to cherish your love. My love, you're incredible, minimal, an angel from above. Yeah. Promise to cherish your love. Yeah. Promise to cherish. You're so good. 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 You're so good.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Welcome to Club Shada episode 360, meaning that next week we have to do a Q&A episode. I should have done it today, but there's too many things to talk about. And in an hour, I cannot do both. So prepare your questions for next week. Oh Lord, I hate when my English doesn't come out right. Like, this means it's one of those episodes where every word's gonna be, I don't know, listen. Anyway, it is what it is. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody is in their best feelings, and I hope you had a great weekend. Listen, my mom is in town for a month or two, so I'm enjoying having my mom with me, not far. So that's great for me. So it changes my plannings a lot, but I love it. We go lunch with her every day, and run some errands with her for her, and yeah, the rest of the time I'm good. Listen, my office is overkill. First of all, put some rainbows in the chat if you like the new intro. That's the first thing. Second of all, put some fire in the chat if you like the new layout. I mean, it didn't change a lot of things, but she removed the Indian, put a thank you to our sponsors. I did some things here. The sponsors now run all the way down there, and the stream royalty is here. This show is brought to you by ShadaWare.com. Gods of good fortune, they're here instead of there. Changed the Club Shada logo. If you look, we have new Club Shada logo. Love it. Actually, I took the logo from when I had multiple labels, just for the sake of having multiple label. I had the Black Buddha Music label. That was the label. So I just changed Black Buddha Music to Club Shada. I just repurposed everything because why not? So if you enjoy, send some props my way. Don't forget to put the flags of where you're representing, of course. And it's a little calmer. We are not on Instagram this week. We'll be on Instagram next week for the Q&A. What else did I want to say? Big up to our stream royalty, SOS Music, CV. If you want to become the stream royalty, MJ Moto, if you want to take back your space, $6 donation, and you're there. Thanks to all the sponsors who have been supporting this show for a long time. It's something interesting. I'm wondering if the chat bot from Stream Element is online, because seems like these chat, even the other one. What's the name of the other chat bot? Nightbot. Where's Nightbot? Let me go check all these people. Nightbots. See if they're, because sometimes they just, all right, there we go. Let me see. Chat comments. I mean, sometimes they wake up late, but normally, let me see, comments, custom default, integrations, blah blah blah. All right. Sometimes you just log into the website and it wakes up the bots. But the Stream Element bots, I don't see it. Let me see. Streaming tools. Elements, blah, blah, blah. Activity, feed, revenue, chat bot, modules. Huh? What is this? Chat alerts. Enable. Let me see. Boom. All right. Let's see if it wakes these chat balls, these chat bots. Oh Lord, my English is a nightmare today. Yo, listen. My studio is overkill. Like, I went to the TV guy, right, to buy a TV. And he told me, what's the distance between the wall and the TV? I was like, if I sit here on my sofa, so if I sit here on the sofa and the wall is probably 2 meters away, and he was like, bro, a TV of 55 inch is more than enough. So I was like, all right, give me the 75 inch. He was like, whoop, that might be too much. I was like, you need to have at least 4 meters between you. And I was like, give me the TV so when I look at it, it's actually huge. Wait. It's actually huge. It is huge. Like I would have to stand in front of it for you to realize how huge it is. But this thing is actually way too big for my office. But hey, when you can, you can. Fuck it. Lord. It is what it is. In my next office, actually, listen. This is how I think. Listen, don't mind the fridge I'm about to give it. And I'm tired of turning it off every live stream. So when it turns on, you're just going to hear it. It is what it is. You know, the way I think about anything, when I buy a computer, anything I do, when I buy a TV, I don't buy it for now. I usually buy it for 3-4 days from now. 3-4 years from now. So, yeah, this TV is way too big for this office, but for my next office, it might be the perfect size. See what I mean? This computer that I have, listen, this is the most, overkill Mac Studio, like from Apple. He's doing from the making music, editing, just clips of videos and photoshopping cover art for Club Shada. Yo, listen, this is way overkill. But in 10 years, he's gonna run smooth. So that's something I learned. I never buy the things that I need. I buy the things that I'm gonna need. So yeah, that's the way I roll. So am I done with the intro? Let's go. So yeah, look at this. Oof. So if you look, I did a logo, and then inside of the logo there's a sub logo, right? So look at the sub logo here, right? And now look at it here. Ooh la la. Lovely. Yeah, but listen, I was bored yesterday, so I decided to redesign my whole thing. The only thing I'm not changing yet is the four icons. I like my Japanese icons, but I might change them in the next revision of the show. So yeah. All right. Black Free Thinker. Greetings. I hope you're doing great. MJ Wemoto, what up, my brother? I hope you're doing great. Listen, MJ. You know, I was listening to my own intro, right? And then I was listening to my track Stay Home, right? And I realized that this Amapiano of mine was in 2020 when nobody heard about Amapiano. Again, my flair never lies. That's all I have to say. Thank you. US in the building, Angola in the building. Andre, what up? Muito amor de Angola, yo. Fernando, I might be in Angola soon. The stream royalty is in the building. SOS Music CV. Blessings. Everybody, don't forget to like alive. Oh, bro, listen. The 75-inch is nothing. You should see the 85 in my living room. That's huge. The 85 in my living room is another level. It's something else. But hey, listen. They don't cost 50,000 anymore. They cost, I think this one costs 800 and the other one costs 1,005. So, you know, you do a show or two, and then once you paid every expense for the kids, school, whatever, rents, you just, yeah, you do what you do. Alrighty. Listen, I don't know if I'm getting down to the shit right away, or if, listen, first, wait a minute. Okay, wait. Where is the? All right. I don't know if you saw that one. Yo. All right. Let's listen to this. Listen. You have to listen to this because it's important. All right? Listen to this. It's important. Oh, wait. Let me make sure that the sound of the... And I'm going to wait for your opinion about this here. All right. Chrome is on here and in my head. Okay, perfect. All right. Let's listen to what this woman is saying. All right. So she says, why am I laughing? I'm not laughing. It's not funny. It's very important. So check it out.
Identifies as a cat, and his school is not taking that seriously, and I am honestly planning on suing them. So yesterday was the first day of school, and during class he was licking his paws, and his teacher told him to stop, and he didn't. So she called me and she was like, hey, you have to get your son to stop doing this during class. It's really distracting to the other kids. And I was like, I'm not going to tell my son that he can't express himself. I have raised my son to be who he is. And I just think that it's really sad that these schools are trying to indoctrinate children and, you know, putting them in this mold to make them think that they need to act like a human, whatever that means. He's not a human. He's a cat. Anyway, I am planning on suing them because they don't accommodate for him. And I just want to know if there's any other parents out there that are having this issue, because we can put together a class action.
Yeah. Listen, the crazy people are now having kids. Yeah. All right. So listen. The thing is this. With all these listen, bring back fear of God and bring back shaming people. I believe that because people are not afraid to be ashamed or laughed at like crazy by the rest of society, we have this. And listen, a few years ago, people were scared to laugh at the idea of somebody that is seriously saying, yeah, they're telling him to act human, whatever that means. Whatever that means. He was licking his paws. Yo, bitch, shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. And listen, everybody needs to have some courage. People at school need to tell the parents, listen, this is the last time you get a warning. After that, your son is fired from this school and you pay a fine. And we're calling social services because this makes no sense. And it's crazy that for all these years, people were so scared to say something to these people that now, yeah. Listen, kids can play whatever they want because they're kids, they have imagination, etc. Parents are supposed to create the little borders. And I don't know, man. It's I was like, yo, she's seriously saying, yo, he was licking his paws. And the prophecy is distracting to other kids. Yeah, because they think your son, he's a crazy motherfucker. That's what's up. Yo, like, listen, what is crazy is that if you tell the truth about all these lunatics, you are the ones who have problems. All right, listen. All right, this is the new reality. It is what it is. So, courage. You got this, mama. You got this. Francis Otieno, what up? Bless up. It's Kenya, right? Now that your son is older, do you feel like bills increase as he get older or they reduce after a certain age too? Doesn't change nothing. They are your responsibility forever. I mean, unless he becomes a cat. And then maybe I can send him to the place where you put all the cats. She believes her son is a cat. Or is she calling her actual pet her son? Yo. No, she believes that her son is a cat and she wants to sue the school because they asked him to stop licking his hands or his paws because it's distracting to the normal students. Bro, it's crazy. In the world we live in, that woman could end up holding public office. Yo, does anyone know what she does for a living? Oh, I don't want to know, but she's crazy. All right. Listen, it is what it is. SOS Music is saying, I'm actually scared because I have to send my kids to the same school with these manipulated kids. It's not the kids, it's the parents. Yeah. Like I said, the lunatics are having kids. And yeah. We all have to put our kids there. I mean, in Portugal, it's not that crazy. So hopefully my daughter reaches 15, 16 at her time to teach her before he reaches here. Or maybe he died down already before he reaches here. All right. I want to talk to you about two things. I don't know if I'm going to have the time, but listen, I need to have at least 3 subjects per show. I want to talk to you first about Kanye West doing a listening party in Paris. And it is so interesting to me how, listen, everybody and their mama was at where was it? It was Accor Arena, I think. Accor Arena is 40,000 people venue, right? And listen, this is the images are beautiful. So look at this. This is the images of the place packed. So, two things about this. There's just two things I want to say about this thing. The first thing is, listen, you have to say, after everything that we commented about Kanye fucking up the bag and doing all his craziness, is way too powerful as a cultural icon to be destroyed. You can lose a lot of money, you can lose contracts, but in the days of today, even after everything that he said about all the different groups that he pissed off, in the times of today, it is very interesting to see that when we always like, oh, listen, oh, now you touch the wrong people, it's over. The guy was like, I don't care. And doubling down, doing interviews, and now release a new album, new pair of shoes and a whole new collection, gets a new wife, and even with Apple trying to put Usher on number one, no matter what, trying to, guy is number one. So there's an analysis here that is very interesting because it really shows you how once you pass a certain level, actually people can do nothing against you, because nowadays you don't have to, once you have enough people that want to listen to you, you don't have to bow down to YouTube, to Spotify, to Apple Music, to labels, to brands, to Adidas, to whoever. Once you reach that level, there's nothing they can do. And this is scary for them. As you see, you have TikTok telling Universal, yeah, and so. And if you have an artist like Kanye that is proving to people, listen, we don't need these people. We don't need the labels. We don't need, because I can go around the world and do a show and it's full. He announced the show in Paris in 7 days. It was sold out directly. 40,000 people. You know how much was the ticket? The ticket was 150 euros. And six on, how much? 150 euros. Plus merchandising, but 150 euros multiplied by 40,000 people. That's 6 million euros. 6 million euros from the moment you say, hey, I'll be there. Boom. You make 6 million euros. Imagine he does this in 10 cities. Just 10. That's 60 million euros. Imagine he does this in 100 cities. Yo. That's 600 million euros. And the worst part is it's a listening party. It's not a show. It doesn't come with fancy dancers. Did you see the stage? Did you look? The stage is him here in the middle, a screen that is circular there, right? A lot of fumes, and just him down there. No microphones. No microphones. Yeah, you heard me well. Because it's a listening party. You invited to listen to the music with him. And there's a very interesting thing where you have somebody who's showing you that, hey, listen, as long as you have the people, it is quite impossible, almost impossible, to prevent you from doing what you have to do and making your money. And there's something to learn for all of us, whatever the size we are as artists, to, okay, how did they do? What did they do? And listen, if you can replicate that, listen, doesn't need to be 150 euros. Can be 5 euros, right? Doesn't have to be 40,000 people. Can be 100 people, right? That's 500 euros of people coming to listen to your your album listening party. And listen, for us, listen, I come from hip hop. I used to create a beat on the afternoon and then write the song and create a chorus, create a song that was not recorded, put it on a DAT tape, and then go do shows and then go and sing this song brand new. So when I went into the zouk industry, in the kizomba industry, it was a lot of shows in clubs, and it was a lot of shows in playback, where you would sing on top of your own song and on top of your own vocals. Especially when I started singing in the autotune, and I had no idea what I was doing, but it was a hit. So now I have to sing, I'm like, what shit. But still, as I was racking shows and making tons and tons of shows around Portugal, France, Belgium, Switzerland, Cape Verde, Africa, listen, as I was doing all these shows, a lot of artists that were not making money, that's why they were criticizing. They were like, yeah, he's not even a real singer. He sings playback. Ah. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah. You cannot even sing with a band. Huh? You can only sing playback. Huh? Anyway, it's full of auto-tune. You're not a real singer. Blah, 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 blah. Some of these people, I know what they were saying in the back. I know, because I have spies everywhere. They were probably fucking a girl that I know. And when I was on Instagram, I was seeing these people yelling for Kanye West that it was worse than playback. There was no microphone. It was just there listening to the music with you. And these guys paid 150. The same people who were criticizing me for doing playback or using auto-tune were there listening to Kanye West singing without microphone, just being there and doing this. And they were all like, yeah. And they were there with their phones on Instagram. Ah. I'm there, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, look at these motherfuckers. This is amazing. I love it. 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 That is a global superstar. Yes, indeed. Give me a second. So now, why is my phone not connected to the internet? What's going on here? Oh, there it is. So the cultural influence Ye has will be studied for decades to come. Listen, that is true. That is indeed true. At the height of you doing multiple shows a week, what was your best paying gig? Usually was Africa, because the way we were doing it and thinking about it was, we actually we were trying to do. So you have different strategies, right? In terms of performance, right? You can do a few shows and get paid more. So let's say you sell your show at 5,000, and there's a lot of clubs that don't have enough people, because you have to understand the reality of a market, right? If your market is hip hop and there's 1 million hip hop fans, and whenever you do a show, the capacity of 5,000 or 2,000 is always filled in a club. Let's say whenever you go somewhere, you put 2,000 people. Then in this case, if the 2,000 people each pay $20 to enter for your show, so you generate 40,000 to the club. So if they have to pay security, this, that, you can ask them for 5,000, 10,000, and if you are, the bigger you are, the bigger you can have some. These club can, even if you ask for more than that, they can have sponsors, etc., because the people will want to put their brand behind you. Now, if you are in a small market like the Kizomba market or the Zouk market or the African clubs market, where usually clubs maximum is 500 people, 300 people, 500 people, 600 people, then you have to, and people are not willing to pay 20 to go in a club. Usually the women don't pay. So let's say it's, let's say 200 people pay 15 euros. So they only make like 3,500, something like that. So at that point, if they make 3,000 from your show, plus bottles, and let's say they make 4,000 in one show you do, right? And after they pay all the expenses, etc., making you come, they have to pay the train for your dancers, your manager, your hotel rooms, etc., etc. Let's say they make a benefit of 3,000. Then they have to pay you, and if you ask them for 5,000, it makes no sense. So I had different strategies at the time. So we had different strategies at the time. One strategy was like, okay, let's open up to different crowds, because don't forget that in 1998, when I arrived in the game, the Zouk game was West Indies clubs and that's it. And Zouk was for people from the West Indies and some African people, but it was really like for them, by them, etc. And it was, most of the songs were sung in Creole or in French, but mostly in Creole. So first of all, I arrived with Zouk song mixed with R&B, opening. I arrived with Zouk songs in English. So I had access to way more people, right? So because it was in English, not only did I have access to the French crowd, the West Indies crowd, but I also had access to the Portuguese crowd, the Angolan crowd, the Cap Verdean crowd, etc., Guinea-Bissau, whatever. Switzerland, Belgium in the side where they speak Dutch, so the Antwerp, etc. So I was first of all creating a bigger market for myself, because I had some songs in English, some songs in Creole, some songs in French, and some songs in Spanish, some songs in Portuguese. It was even a bigger amount of people that was bringing in my shows. And something that was very interesting very early in 2000, 2001, 2002 was that my shows were actually full of, it had a great mix of people. It was usually 30% people from the West Indies, 30% Africans, and 30% white people. And I worked on that direction to open and culturally mix my music with others' musics and try to cross over, and at the same time staying not underground, but see. So that now that you have a bigger market than everybody, because I always had a bigger market in the Zouk Kizomba industry, and even Coupé Décalé, I always had a bigger market than everybody else because of that strategy. So if you have a bigger market than everybody else, but you know it's small clubs that can only have like 500 people, instead of selling your shows for 5,000, 10,000, you sell your shows at 2,000, but you try to do 3 shows every week. Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday afternoon, or maybe depending. And sometimes Friday night, Saturday, like in somewhere, like let's say you have a show in Paris, you do a show in Paris at 4 a.m. And before that, you do a show in a city that's 2 hours away from Paris, like Orléans, or Lille is 1 hour away. So you do another one. So that's 3 shows, that's 6,000. And that's what I would do. That was the strategy, was like, okay, let's do cheaper, but let's do more. Now at the same time, let me tell my wife to stop. Yeah, listen, I don't know why my wife needs to yell all the time when she's on the phone. I don't know. It must be because, yeah, she's from Guinea. They just yell. Mas estás a fazer muito barulho.
Estou a fazer barulho, desculpa. Veja.
Bisous. So, now, another thing was, Africa was a place where we didn't sell any CDs because there was just no market. There was infrastructure, places, so you don't sell CDs there. So you know your music is big out there because of Trace TV, but at the same time, you know you're not selling nothing. So you're not making any copyrights, you don't make any mechanical rights, and you don't make any intellectual rights. So, and everybody knows your song, and everybody has your song because of piracy. So, and you don't go to Africa. I mean, when I go Africa, it's a continent. So there's 56 countries. So you don't go to these 56 countries every week the same way you go to every city in France, right? But when you do one tour in Ivory Coast, and you're going to do Abidjan, Yamoussoukro, and maybe another one, maybe Assini, maybe Bouaké, you do 4 shows, but these one you sell them 10K because you are taking into account all the money you're not making from CD sales, piracy, people playing your music on TV without paying for any rights, etc. This is where you're gonna go. You're gonna do like 3 shows and rack 30K. Then once you did Ivory Coast, you go back for a month in France. You do Paris, Brussels. You continue doing your all the cities in the places where people are buying your CDs, and you can do small clubs, bigger, average clubs, and you tell everybody same price. And then after that, once a month have passed, you go to Libreville, Gabon, and you do 2 shows in Libreville. You fill a stadium with 50, 30, 10,000 people, and here you get paid 15K, 20K, and then the next day they come with a bag full of money. They're like, yo, listen, here's another 20K, please. You have to do another show. You cannot take the plane. Well, but don't worry, we pay for everything. And you might stay a whole week, because a lot of people might come and see what you did the first day and bring bags of money. So you can make 100K in 2 weeks. That's when you rack up in Africa. Because it's bigger places, because of political, whatever. And then in some other places, they might not pay you as much, but they might ask you to come for 10 shows. So they might tell you, hey, we can only pay you, it's gonna be crowds of 1,000 people, 1,500 people, but it's the people, it's our people, it's Africa. They pay more or less $2 per ticket, sometimes less. But we have sponsors and stuff. We can give you, let's say, 3,000 or 4,000, but we have 10 shows lined up for you in every city in Mozambique. So you go, you stay 2 weeks, and you rack. So you just have to find the right strategy. And then, sometimes, listen, I think to answer your question I don't know how to answer small, but to answer your question in the actual best way I would say that the best paying I ever did was Cabinda in Angola. The guy came to me in a club and say, yo, we want you in Angola with Mika Mendes, I think, and Sumia, I believe. No, that was not this one. I forgot who I went with, but yeah, we want you guys in Angola, and we're giving you 10,000 each. All right, cool. And then, so we get ready, we go there. So we're getting ready for the show, and as the show is starting, so it was a modeling show. It was Miss Cabinda actually, and as we about to perform in an hour, they tell me, you have 1 minute to perform. I was like, what you mean 1 minute? I'm performing in 1 minute? No. Your show is 1 minute. It's between 2 defilés of the girls. You guys have 1 minute to, you and your DJ create a 1 minute mix of 2 of your most popular songs. We want this song and that song, but it has to be condensed in 1 minute. And me, I'm like, 1 minute? The hell? You have to respect our music. And the guy came with 10,000 euros. I was like, yo, listen, please take your money. It's 1 minute. I was like, well, think about it. 10,000 for 1 minute? All right, listen. I came, destroy everything. When I arrived, everybody was yelling. And listen, I started performing. Then all the models came and they were dancing, and everybody was like, and after 1 minute, the show was over. 10K. And everybody was saying, yo, this was the best show we ever seen. Oh my God, you have to stay, you have to do it. Listen, it is what it is. And actually, I have this show. Let me show it to you. It was me and Nelson Freitas.
Yeah, what?
So this is Cabinda Angola. This is in 2007. That's my agent. Still the same guy. He just lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So we're going to the place. So this is backstage.
Eat, homie.
Lots of food. This is backstage, bro. A buffet. After that, let's get
What is it?
Nelson Freitas. We're getting ready.
You know what I'm saying? Now with the magic case,
Yeah, Deeper was a hit at that time. So this is the first person who performed. Nelson Freitas performed 1 minute, and then after that,
I mean, like spicy.
then it was me. So yeah, took some girls, sang a little bit. It was a little bit of everything for probably a minute and a half. Then I did on the one of my Afro song, and then it was done. And all the bottles were there. Oh my God, can we sleep with you? And then we did, and I think after that they said, oh please, you have to stay, you have to do another song. So we did Deeper with Nelson Freitas, and we went in the public. So yeah, I believe that in terms of how much we had to work and how much we got paid, that was the best show ever. Bro, listen, minimum effort. You know, you finish your show, you're not even sweating. This is one of those shows. We perform maybe in total, both of us, maybe 6 minutes in total. And we got seriously paid. Seriously. Dalia, how you doing? SOS Music is saying, I learned to make Kizomba by listening to you singing soft, low voice so I can hit the high notes and auto-tune to make it sound better. Thank you so much. I'll check it out. Oh, Cedric La Rochelle, what up, my brother? This is such a cool breakdown of how you penetrated the market. Oh, listen, I'm gonna do a whole show about how we penetrated the different markets around the world. That's gonna be a nice one too. Did you ever get to a point where you did so many shows that you had to take a break for your health? Oh yeah, I do this all the time. Listen, sometimes I don't do shows for a whole year because it's not just health. Like when I wanted to concentrate on Club Shada, I stopped doing shows, or sometimes you just don't do show because people will call you but when I was doing my big run of shows, I never stopped. Bro, sometimes I was taking a plane. I was doing like Paris, Abidjan, stay in Abidjan for like 24 hours, do one show, and then take the plane the next day, arrive in Paris, stay in Paris 2 hours, just arrive home, change what's in my suitcase, put new things in my suitcase, go to the airport again, go to New York, do a show in New York. The next day I'm back in Paris. The next day I'm taking a train, going somewhere, and like, yeah, listen. At that time, people have no idea. When I tell people I don't care if I don't do shows anymore, and they're like, yeah, but it is. I say, guys, you don't understand. Like, I did 1,000 shows in my life, like around the world. Like, I've seen everything that, listen, I would be excited maybe to go perform in Brazil, in China, in Japan, in Thailand, in Australia, in places where I've never been. But the rest, listen, I probably did 100 shows in Portugal alone. Just Portugal. France, the West Indies, Africa. No, but listen, people don't realize. Listen, those bags, and not some Louis Vuitton bag full of money. Like, yeah, please, can you stay for another 2 days and do these 2 shows? Are you like, I have to talk to my manager. Listen, you have no idea. That's some crazy stuff. How much was your first paid show? It was before Euros. I believe my first paid show was probably 1,000 euros. I'm not sure. And I remember when my manager told me, yeah, it was not more or less 700 to 800 euros. But back then it was 5,000 francs. And my manager tells me, all right, listen, I'm going to sell your show for 6,000 francs. So that's 1,000 euros. 6,000 francs. I take 1,000. We pay your dancers 500 and you get 4,005. And me, I'm like, 6,000? Nobody is ever going to pay for that. Are you crazy? Oh my God. And she's like, let me do my job. You do your job. So she goes to the first promoter and she's like, yo, listen, this kid is about to be the biggest thing in Zouk right now. So because you're my boy and we know each other for a long time, you can have him for 6,000, but next month the price is going to be 10,000. So get him now as you can. And the guy said, okay. So, and when we arrived in the club, it was so full that the guy said, listen, I want you guys tomorrow. And we're like, what? Yeah, I want you tomorrow. Same show. And we're like, I'm like, nobody's going to come to see the show again. Listen, the next day. So we did Friday. We come back Saturday. So Friday was, the weekday. So we're like, let me put him in the weekday. We'll see. That club took probably 1,500 people. First show packed on a Friday, where it was a weekday. Packety packed. So the guy's like, nah, I need you Saturday. Saturday, full. So the guy tells us, I need you next weekend, Friday, Saturday. We're like, what are you talking about? Paid us in advance. We probably did 6 shows in a row in that same club. La 5e dimension. Listen, the guy made so much money off of us, but hey, listen, he paid us like, oh, listen, crazy times. Bless Leonardo. So it's been an hour already. I wanted to talk about La Lula Palooza. Do we do this? Put some fire in the chat if you want to continue the show, or if you're tired, we can stop now because I have to go to the pharmacy, buy something. Yeah, I still have like 40 minutes. So if Cedric knows my manager very well. Cedric booked a lot of my shows in La Rochelle in France. Having a manager that believes in your worth is more than you is amazing. Oh yeah, listen, it is. That's the best thing ever. All right, listen. Let's do the breakdown of the... How did I call this thing? How did I call the show today? I forgot. The Freak of Palooza. Oh, listen, this shit is crazy. Listen, I just wanted to read the documents with you because when I received them, I was like, okay, this sounds like something crazy. So I'm just gonna put them there. All right, and we're gonna read them together, if you don't mind. All right. So apparently, wait. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just a second. There you go. It doesn't change nothing, but it's important anyway. All right. So, can I change the pages as I'm? Give me a second. All right. Yes, now it works. What? 73 pages? Oh Lord, I'm not reading all this. Anyway, let's read a little bit of this thing as I'm pushing myself a little bit to the side. I love the music, I love the artist, and I love the guy. Thanks, my brother. Thanks. All right. Let's do some reading, right? I'm going to read you a little book for you to go to sleep. All right? So, this is the United States Federal Court, Southern District of New York, case number 24-14-57, with a jury, civil action, Rodney Jones against Sean Diddy, Puff Daddy Combs, Junior Dyer Combs, the son, Lord, Ethiopia Abde Mariam, Lucian Charles Grange, Christina Kodam, Chalice Recording Studio, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Combs Global Enterprises, John and Jen Doe 1 to 10, and ABC Corporation 1 and 2. Trigger warning, this document contains highly graphic information of sexual nature, including sexual assault. Additionally, there are graphic images of the aftermath of a shooting, redacted images of sexual intercourse, redacted images of minors, sex workers, and prostitute, details of sex trafficking, and the illegal distribution of guns and drugs. Bro. Plaintiff Rodney Lil Rod Jones hereby alleges as and for his complaint against defendant Sean Combs, etc., as follows. Rodney Jones is an American artist and music producer, resides in the state of New York. P. Diddy, record executive, popularly known as his name, Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, Brother Love, or Love. Mr. Combs came to fame, All right. And his son, that's crazy. Oh, these are all the people that is Ethiopia. She's beautiful. Motown Records. This guy's attacking everybody. Oh, he's introducing himself. Okay, cool. Summary of events. From September 22 to November 23, Mr. Jones produced 9 songs on the Mr. Combs Love album. Now the name takes a different sense, yo. Mr. Jones lived with Mr. Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events. All right, listen. Straight away, why you live with the guy? Listen, if P. Diddy asked me to do songs for him, I don't live in your house, bro. You rent me a hotel or a suite or whatever you want. You rent me I go with my equipment and you pay me a big house or a big suite at a hotel, which I prefer, at the Mondrian or something like that, where I can work. I don't live with you. Anyway, first flag for me. But anyway, Mr. Jones reside at the Combs residence located in Los Angeles, New York City, Miami. Jones also spent several weeks on a yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Good life. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. Nigga. The claim raised in this complaint have been corroborated through witness statement, audio, and what was I? Yeah. Audio, video recording, and images that Mr. Jones has in his possession. Mr. Combs required that Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recording on Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Bro. Mr. Jones has secured irrefutable evidence of acquisition, use, and distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms, displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms. Bro, Mr. Combs providing lace alcohol sex to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York. Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Christina Coram, instructing her staff to retrieve drugs so she can provide it to Mr. Combs for his consumption. Christian Combs drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of the Cassie Ventura lawsuit. Young Miami's cousin or assistant sexually assaulting Mr. Jones. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. Rapper Redacted with a free. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. So Meek Mill. And on Mr. Combs' yacht, consorting with underage girls, sex workers, and R&B singer Redacted, Grammy Award winning, who went to, so allegedly the people say it's Usher, who knows? In Los Angeles home, consorting with underage girls and sex workers. That's horrible. Shooting in a studio, etc. Listen, so listen, and he has like documents, photos. The following is our screenshot of the video of Stevie J anally perpetrating a Caucasian male that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones. All right. Lord of mercy. Also, the whole thing is with photos and everything. Yo, he has videos. Him being drugged in the morning and then waking up with Diddy and some hoes from the booty trap on the river. Yo, that shit is crazy. That was the studio? Oh, Lord. That's a lot of accusation. He's talking about the shooting of back in the days when he was with that shit is crazy. I'm not gonna read everything at all. We're going to price, plaintiff, This is problematic, huh? Wow. So how much does he want? What can I say? The game is tough, and like we say in French, les taux se resserrent, meaning that the more Diddy is, things are coming out. Listen, I don't know. To me, you are innocent until proven guilty, but it is starting to be complicated. It's to me, listen, I've never been a fan of nobody. I like to study. Listen, I've studied, I read interviews and I studied the way Diddy works forever. A lot of ideas of how I run my label came from the way he run Bad Boy, and other music executives. So yes, I've always respected the business, but same as R. Kelly, Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, etc., etc. But listen, personally, I can love your work. I can respect you as a producer, as a creative, as an exec, etc. I'm not a fan of nobody. Listen. Yeah, I mean, so if something I learned in the Zouk business and the Kizomba business and the Afro-Caribbean music business in general is that it's not because people are widely popular and talented that it means that they are great people and that they are not criminals and that they are not crazy, assassin, drug addicts. And listen, when you are inside of the industry, the way I've been inside of the industry for decades, and I'm not talking about just Zouk, I'm talking about Zouk, R&B, hip hop, Kizomba, Angola, France, Belgium, New York, Miami, Lisbon. Like, you hear, you see, and you experience a lot of things. And then you realize a lot of these people are bad people. They just have a lot of talent, and a lot of people are their fans. And because they are their fans, they believe that these people are amazing human beings. They are marvelous. They are one of the wonders of the world. Personally, I know that a lot of people that you guys love are not. And it's okay, because I'm not asking a human being because he has an exceptional gift at making music or finding talent and creating things, and or just because he's rich. I'm not asking these people to be also behind the scene, pristine, clean individuals. I'm not here for what they do in their lives. What I find very interesting in here, because listen, we'll see if all this is true or not. Listen, he's probably gonna, our stream royalty is once again sponsoring the show. Thank you so much, SOS Music CV. Listen, I don't believe that because people are amazing, that it means that whatever they do in their homes is different than the rest of the world. Because listen, there are way more evil people that are not famous, that people don't know, that are your uncles, your cousins, sometimes your sons. Then there are famous people who are evil too. It has nothing to do. You can be famous and be a horrible person, or an asshole, or a drunk, or a drug addict, or somebody who's obsessed with fame, or somebody who because now you have access to women, you just become obsessed with sex, and you have enough money to pay for it, so you go to all your kinks. I don't know exactly what the people think when they go crazy, as if what happens in the artistic world doesn't happen in the real world. Listen, I heard way worse stories about normal Congolese people back home, or Ivory Coast, or Paris. Like, happens every day. It's not because these people are singers that, or producers, or because you respect them as creators, that they don't have flaws. So listen, I'm not here to decide or say, are they good at, are they not good, or what should be. Listen, the law will be the law. But yo, I think Diddy's aura is over. He's over because, innocent or not, and we don't know, but he's probably gonna pay that guy. He's probably gonna get a few millions, and they will settle behind the scene, because this is how it works in the US. It's not the government that is attacking you. It's a person, an individual that is asking for money as reparation. That's how it works out there. So you did this to me, that to me, and I want money to feel better. That's the US. So if they settle, I still believe that there's no more rebranding or love albums and this and that can save the reputation of Diddy. Cause yo, this is way too much stories. And listen, we've been hearing stories forever, but right now, listen, I've been speaking with my peoples in New York, and stories about all these guys. There's a lot of stories, but right now, there's way too much story, but there's way too much people in the public opinion who believe all this, and people are now thinking about a lot of old stories, videos, and they're like, yo. So listen, I don't know, man. I don't know how much money he has. I don't know, but this is a time where you like sunset. You're like, yo, I'm a take a step back and move away from moving in the obscurity for a few years, 3, 4, 5 years, not say nothing, and then reappear as a shaman or something, or move to another country, and just because. But the real issue here is this one, because I've seen this happen in the Zouk industry as well. Listen, I know people in the Zouk and the Kizomba industry who are as disgusting as what you see here. And it's the same thing. Nobody talks about them. And nobody accuses them, because it is what it is. And I mean, I know of. They're not my homies. Now, because I stay away from strange people. But the thing is this. It's not just about the hard drugs. It's not just about the cocaine, the GHB, the this, the that. It's more about the worst drugs of them all. The two most powerful drugs in the world: fame and power. Listen, in my lifetime, I've seen it and I've known enough artists, producers, rich people, presidents of French and African countries. I met enough presidents. I didn't hear about them. I met them since I've been a kid to know what power and fame what power and fame do to people. It corrupts them. Because soon as you become famous and you have money, everything you dream of having, they're free now. I always wanted to go to this club. Now listen, now you can go to all the clubs you want. Listen, tell about my life. It's been 30 years that I never paid to enter any club in the whole wide world. The whole wide world. Listen, it can be Bangkok, it can be Lisbon, it can be Paris, it can be New York, it can be Miami. I don't pay to go to the clubs. I don't go to the line. I usually enter from the back, or the security tell everybody, shh, so I can go in. And once I'm in, I don't pay for the bottles and I don't drink. And when I was single, I didn't really have to talk to the women because I was Kaysha. And if I didn't have a good education and a little bit of sense in there of careful about the devil, I would be like all these people. But me, I was like, But listen, I've seen a lot of people who don't have my luck, who don't have my education, who are not fearful of their parents because maybe they don't have parents, or maybe, who knows, fall right in the trap of that. And I'm talking about people making $1,000 a week and fucking 2 girls a week. Imagine making $1 million a week and having access to, you go on Instagram, you look at 10 people that you like and it's yours. You can bring all of them at the same time in your house. Have 200 of them, all them ready. You enter where you want. You can have like 30 in the same night if you want. You enter like this, boop, 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 boop. You can do it if you want. You can, any fantasy, drugs, this and that, and everybody telling you you're amazing, and then being seen like a god, Kanye level. Oh, listen, to not be corrupted by that, you have to have very, very, very strong foundations. Like people like your humble servant here. But most people, they don't have that. It is what it is. This show was brought to you by ShadaWare.com, the gods of good fortune. We are thanking our stream royalty, SOS Music. Put some rainbows in the chat if you enjoy this conversation, as always. And I will see you Wednesday for a big Q&A. So prepare your questions for next week. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the conversation and my opinion about all the stuff. And yeah, it is what it is. I love you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Carole. Thank you so much for loving the art. Tu parles vrai. Ah, bisous, Marie-Ange. Merci, merci, merci. C'est compliqué. Le game est compliqué. Le game est compliqué. What are we gonna do? Listen. I'm gonna leave you with what am I leaving you with today? I'm gonna leave you with an extract of my brand new single that is called Une place dans ton cœur. And this is okay. We're gonna do a listening session for the remixes, but I'm gonna let you hear Une place dans ton cœur by Kaysha. DJ Paparazzi remix. And I will see you Wednesday, same time, for next episode of Club Shada. And Wednesday is going to be the Q&A. So if you have questions about anything, life, business, whatever, I'll be there. All right. Put some Rambos in the chat if you enjoy the show. And I'm letting you with Une place dans ton cœur, DJ Paparazzi remix. You can go check the single on sushiro.com and on all the platforms. We have 8 beautiful remixes out. Make sure you go and listen to them. You can also listen to them here on YouTube. And if you do on YouTube, please leave a comment. And we talk to each other Wednesday. Blessings. Well, if I don't put the sound, there's not going to be any sound. Right? That's how it works. Bless.
Pour une fille, c'est tenir la main à l'infini. Car en vérité